Ah, the mac and cheese color. This is the homework examples lesson video. I have two examples that I'm going to go over that may or may not be exact problems from your assignment, so pay close attention. Okay, so we're asked to solve this linear equation, and the whole purpose on this assignment is you're going to see the distributive property in your solving process. So first step is simplify the expressions on both sides. I see on this side that there's some simplifying that I can do. And the first thing I'm drawn to is I see the parentheses, and so that automatically clicks in my brain that I need to use the distributive property. So that means this number out in front gets multiplied by everything on the inside. Okay, so keep track though, it's a -2 this time. The sign goes with it. So we're doing a -2 times a, which is -2a. That's tough. Okay, then we have a -2 times a +3. That's -6. Okay, if you're not good with your positives and negatives, make sure you're checking your work with a calculator. Okay. Okay, so I've used the distributive property and my parentheses are gone. So let's copy down the rest of the problem. Nothing else changed. Okay, now is there any more simplifying that I can do? Yes, there is. I have -2a's right here and I have +4a's right here. I can combine these together. So if I have a -2a and a +4, I simply do -2 plus 4 is a +2. So I have 2a's, and then I still have the -6 that wasn't touched. And this all equals 18. Okay, now this is looking like an equation that I can solve that's pretty simple. First step is I need to get rid of this -6 by finding its zero pair. So the zero pair with the -6 is a +6. Now remember, whatever you do on one side, make sure you do it on both sides. Keep everything balanced. Okay, so we have a -6 and a +6. That combines to be 0. So I just have 2a on this side. And on this side, I have 18 plus 6 is 24. So now I have 2 times a. So I'm going to separate this into two groups or divide it into two groups. And whatever I do on one side, do it to both sides. 2 divided by 2 is 1a. So I just have an a equals 24 divided by 2 is 12. So I solved and my solution is a equals 12. Okay, next example. This one looks really big, but it's not so bad. So like I said, we need to simplify first. So first thing I see is the parentheses. And the parentheses need to be taken care of very first. So that means distributive property. This number out in front is being multiplied by everything on the inside of the parentheses. But be careful. Notice it's a -4 that's being distributive. You have to keep that sign that's out there in front of the number. So we have a -4 times 2b is a -8b. And then a -4 times a -5 is a +20. So like I said before, check your work with a calculator if you're not so good with the positive and negatives. And then everything else in the equation stays the same. So I had a 5 and then plus 3b and equals 15. Okay, now let's see if there's any more simplifying that I can do. So I see I have a -8b's and +3b's. I can combine these. I have -8b's plus 3b's. So -8 plus 3 is -5. Check it with a calculator if you don't believe me. So -5b's, and then I still have 5 and plus 20 equals 15. And there's actually a little bit more simplifying I can do. I have, sorry, the pen's annoying. I have 5 right here and a plus 20. So a +5 and a +20, that combines to be 25. So let's just rewrite that to be 25 instead of two separate things like that. Okay, so now I have a -5b plus 25 equals 15. And isn't this looking so much easier to solve than this big ugly thing? Yeah, I think so. I'd much rather solve this. Okay, so first step is to get rid of this 25. I need to find the 0 pair, which would be negative or subtracting 25. Remember to do that on both sides to keep it balanced. So we have negative 5b, and these cancel out to be 0. So negative 5b equals 15 minus 25, negative 10. Okay, so I have negative 5b's, so I'm going to separate this into negative 5 groups and then divide by negative 5 on this side as well. So dividing by negative 5 on this side gives me 1. So I just have 1b, and then negative 10 divided by negative 5 is positive 2. Very good. Check your work with a calculator and you'll be good to go. Good luck on your assignment, and please let me know if you have any questions.